Hey soul family, welcome. If you made it to this reading, I definitely called you here, called you to it, and I am very excited to do this reading with you. So sit back, relax, grab something yummy to eat or drink, because I have a feeling that this is going to be a lot. So if you're ready and you're in it with me, then let's do this. We're going to start off with some oracle. Start off with a little oracle. I don't know why I feel like this anxious, like anticipatory feeling. Like it feels like, hold on. It feels like I'm like, I need to like dust, like blow the dust off and like kind of like, I just feel rusty for some reason, even though I do this literally every day. Like there's this feeling of not being prepared. And so to me, that's source, like, you know, obviously like, again, I do this every day. So it's not my energy. But I think it has to do with like being prepared for something or thinking that you can be prepared for something when source is like, there's no way. There's no way for you to be prepared for this. You know, like you're literally about to go into the unknown, or you've already been in the unknown, and like it's just going to be kind of more of that. And I know for some of you guys that's like, ew, gross. I don't want to hear any more about the unknown. But honestly, it feels kind of like a fun thing. Let's see. It's your time, babe. I can't make it up. Live in the now. Recognition, being seen, and go for it. So I do feel too, and this card tried to peek out, so I'm going to take it too in a second. We have divine masculine or yang energy. So this is definitely action energy. This is like you are being called to action at this time. Like whereas before maybe you were in like a quiet time or a hermit mode, like this is definitely being called to action. But I think in a way that is maybe a bit uncomfortable or feels like out of your normal day-to-day, everyday kind of thing. I'm hearing divinely guided direction. So it like honestly it just feels very like sudden and like kind of all over the place. Like you won't be able to anticipate what the heck is coming in, or like you have no idea. Like it just feels so I feel so lost here, which is crazy. Like the message is ringing so true, but I feel so lost. And maybe that's your feeling as well, as you're like, okay, I know something's coming. I know I'm meant for something, but like, it feels like so confusing. Like, I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to be doing or what I'm meant for or any of that. So it's like, also, yeah, with the tuxedo mask, it just makes me think of mystery, like of things being hidden, of things not showing up how they're, you know, how they present themselves normally. Like they're showing up a little bit mysterious. And I'm getting Scorpio energy here as well. So you could have Scorpio in your chart, or Scorpio in your Pluto is what I'm hearing. What else, source? Because this has been like a long time transformation is what I feel. Like this has definitely been a long time transformation. And because it's been so long, it's almost like you're like ready for more transformation. You know, like you're just like, okay, well, whatever comes, it comes. Like I'm just taking it. I'm just like, whatever, like source, I'm open. And I think being in that state puts you in like a very deep sense of surrender is what I'll say. All right, we've got spirit guides, communication, ancestors, the cat, animal, familiar, astral travel, and dreams. I'm hearing call on me, call me. Like your ancestors are saying to call them up. Like, but I feel like there has been something in your life where you felt like you can't count on, or you can't call on either spirit or your ancestors or people in your life, period. Like it's just, and it could be ancestral that makes you feel like you can't count on people, right? But it's sources saying like they want you to call on them. They want you to, you could even have an animal familiar as well. But they're trying to communicate with you. They're trying to like show you like, we got your back. Like, don't worry. Like we got you, you know, it doesn't feel, I don't know, y'all. I'm sorry. Like I just feel very spacey in this reading. I feel like very like connected, but also like the messages are coming through almost like clouds. Like they're like popping in and they're popping out. So I also feel like that could be the energy of just how life has been lately, is things popping in and popping out. You know, things are just kind of coming in and coming out, and you're just having to like front the bill, you know, for all this stuff is what I'm hearing. Like you're having to front the bill, and like some of you guys might even just like fronted the bill for something for someone else, you know. What else, source? Yeah, do what you love. Someone loves you. Someone is thinking about you. You are beautiful. Fall in love with the journey. I feel like that's been one of the hardest things for you to really embrace, is that like this is a journey, and like over time you've become more comfortable with that idea. But I think you really, source is really trying to get you to see like, no, this is a journey. It's not a destination, right? It's about the journey, not the destination. Like she's really trying to get you to like clock in on that and realize like, oh shoot, like the most important part is like the me getting to this next phases or whatever. Like the most important part is the me learning all this stuff. Like that's where like the majority of the lesson is like an understanding that the journey exists in the first place. That's so interesting. This reading feels so abstract, guys. Like maybe I'm hearing abstract art too, like that. And maybe that's just the kind of person you are, is you're very abstract. You're not like a run-of-the-mill kind of normie, like muggle, you know what I mean? Like you guys are the wizard Harry, you know? We have soul contract, life purpose, light worker, mirroring, karmic duty complete, take a day off. So, and that came out with Pluto. I can't make it up, y'all. Very Scorpio. Pluto energy here with change, the unknown, space and time, the void. Okay. And see, this is what Source does, is she makes things magical. Even though they may seem like they're not headed anywhere, she always makes things magical. She always finds a way to connect the dots for us, right? So we're like, where are we? What's going on? Like, I was feeling kind of like, well, why did I even come to this, Source? You told me to come and sit here and be in this particular energy. And I mean, obviously all the things I was saying were very valid, but I just feel like this was even more important, is like, every transformation that you go through, right? Every time you experience some sort of upheaval, a tower moment, a change in your life. Source says before it was kind of complicated for you to try to transmute that energy, right? It was like you didn't have the wherewithal that you have now. But like now you're like this transmuting beacon. Like you have this ability to do it quickly and to do it efficiently and like get through these challenges so much more, with so much more grace, I'll say that, than you did before. Like you are not in the same place you were, and like you're finally realizing that. I think before you were seeing yourself as like every time a repeated pattern would come, you'd end up in the same place. But really what was happening is you were growing, you were changing, you were evolving. And so this here, right? This talking about soul contracts, life purpose, mirroring, like I even think like some of you guys, like you are your own mirror. Like your past self is your mirror. Like you see that past self and you go, oh, I see what I didn't like in that person. I see what I want to change. You know, you guys are also very Virgo energy, hypercritical about yourselves. And I'm hearing beep, beep, like a car beeping their horn, or like traffic or something like that. Like I'm hearing the 101 in LA. So that could be significant as well. I'm also hearing Route 66. And I'm hearing life is a highway, I won't ride it all night long. But even that, like, I feel like is indicative of how long, like it's been a long time coming for you to get to this point, to see yourself this way, where you're like, I can transmute this energy quickly. I can take responsibility for where I did have this, you know, lack of vision, and then use the energy to my advantage instead of like just victimizing yourself, you know? And I feel like right now you're just like seeing so many versions of yourself. Like you guys are definitely in a like seeing, like whether it be through past lives or like your childhood selves, like they're popping up like everywhere. You're seeing versions of yourself. You're like, whoa, it could be even in other people where you're like, wow, I used to act like that, or wow, I used to think that, you know, or think that way. And like the reflections that people are pulling back to you are just like, they're moving you in ways that you never ever thought. You're like, whoa, like I didn't even know I could be moved like that. I didn't even know I could be that observant of like myself. But like you're so internal right now. Like you're so internal, my friend. Okay, let's get a little bit more details. This one, okay. I don't have any tarot on me right now today, so it's just the cards is what the cards say. Thanks for sticking with me through that first part, guys. I feel so much clearer right now. I feel like so much more like, whoa, and like I can't think of that song, but it's like something about the sun. Let the sun shine in. That's the song. Mortar and pestle, blend, brew, alchemy, concoction. I cannot make it up. Breaking things down, making something else, potions and spell work. Some of you guys might even casted spells on yourselves. Like I'm hearing some of you guys doing glamour work, or like just like doing things to like really upgrade yourself as well, not just like mentally but also physically, you know. So changing your hair, changing your outfits, your style, just doing little things to like make yourself fit the new version of yourself is what I'm hearing. Like maybe you had to throw away some old things from like your past self as well. Like so like maybe like for me, I know when I was going through a transition of like one place or one timeline to the next, I had to throw out a lot of my old glasses because like it held the energy of past me when I put them on my face. So that could be significant as well. But you're definitely like in a place of like seeing all of these little minute details that you did not see as like being significant before. Milky Way, networking, marketing, internet, fame, expand, spotlight, innumerable, social media, publicity, connected, exposure. So maybe some of you guys are meant for some sort of limelight with fame, or just being more well known in your community, or just being seen more, especially I think in this. And so 10 and 20, so 10, 10, 10. We've got 10, 10, 10 here. But and also the birth date 10, 20 could also be significant as well. But this is like you really seeing like also your own validation as like how you got to this point. Like you probably are someone who counts on other people's opinions of yourself. Letter, writing, communication. Yeah, that's what I thought. Making contact. So I also feel too that this is something coming in, like someone networking, you know, someone trying to reach out to you, or people trying to reach out to you, maybe soul tribe, or just people that like see this new version of yourself. And it's like you got the smoke. I remember I said in the beginning, it's like the smoke got blown off, and like now we can see. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. That's the song I was trying to sing earlier, but then Let the Sunshine In came in. So I don't know, both of those could be significant. But that's what I'm saying is like, now you see yourself how you were meant to see yourself in general, and people are seeing you differently in return. So like you're showing up a lot more authentically, and they're like, oh, I see that in you. And they're liking it. People are really enjoying this like new version of you. It's very attractive, very beautiful. Not that you weren't beautiful before, but it's just, there was this like almost like a veil or some kind of like mist over top of you that like didn't allow them to see you fully. And it's probably a protection from source, to be completely honest. We've got hummingbird, enjoyment. So these could be signs and synchronicities, getting a letter in the mail, mortar and pestle as well, Milky Way, or the hummingbird. The hummingbird here is talking about enjoyment, be present, rapid response, resilient. So you're going to have to be really, so what's coming in right now is you're going to have to be very present. You need to kind of, and source is saying drop everything and read. Do you remember that? Like drop everything and read. It was called Dear. But in school, you remember when we did that? Like, I don't know if you guys did that. I'm a 90s kid, early 2000s. So that's just, that was my life. Dare, all those like acronyms, but which could be significant as well as like 90s memorabilia, or 2000s, early 2000s memorabilia. Millennials also could be significant. And I'm hearing the word late bloomer. So you could even feel like, you know, oh my gosh, I just feel like I can't, it's been so long for me to like get myself together, get my things right. And finally, like I have a handle on some things, but not all things, you know, but it's just like, you feel like things are finally falling into place. And this hummingbird is like, you know, they flit from place to place. They go everywhere. Like they're constantly moving. So I think it's very important to be present wherever you are, because whatever's coming in, I think is going to be very rapid. It's going to be very quick. You're going to be flitting from place to place. Maybe that's through travel. Like maybe you'll be flying a lot of different places, but so it's just saying be present in each of those locations. Like not just like in your present reality at this very moment, but like when you travel to one place, like you got to learn how to be like grounded. And maybe like there's been things in your life that have been ungrounded in order to teach you to be grounded anywhere. Makes sense? In order to teach you to be grounded anywhere. So is there anything else for this person? Yes. I'm hearing fast tracked, and then I'm hearing shut up and drive by Rihanna. So Rihanna could be significant. I have woman, so you could be female, but this could be also someone coming to you that has a female energy. And it could also mean that you have found a big piece of your feminine energy, whether this be, or a piece of it will come source. Thank you. That's even better. A piece of it will come to you, like maybe a piece that you felt like you lost of that like divine feminine energy of nurturing yourself will come back to you with this like hummingbird energy of kind of flitting from place to place. Like, because I feel like you've had to be in some sort of survival mode for some reason. So and that's recent too. I mean, maybe also throughout your whole life, but I feel like for some reason, like you've really recently had to really be in a state of like fight or flight in a lot of ways. And so you're returning to this nurturing energy of like just doing things for yourself that like you find fulfilling, even if it's scary or like it requires more energy at first, like you're willing to do it because you know that it fills your cup, right? What else, source? For some reason, like some of you guys could even look like this. Like, I just feel like there's something about that brown hair that's sticking out to me, or just have brown hair in general. Okay. I'll take these. Okay, so we've got the moon, revealing the subconscious mind, the space between inner and outer worlds, inner knowing, dreams, past life, knowledge, secrets, intuition, silence, guarded high priestess. And that came out with child. Interesting, which is talking about beginnings, innocence, brand new, creativity, spontaneous, carefree, and experience, tender, new perspective, girl. So it's interesting that we're coming from this woman energy. Okay, source is so cool for this. So you're definitely coming into this like divine feminine nurturing energy for yourself, because I think your childhood self is searching for that and has been for some time. And it's like a remothering of the self. And it doesn't mean that you had a bad mother or that your mother wasn't there for you. It could be that, but more of what it's talking about is like sometimes, you know, parents aren't perfect. And even if they're doing everything in their power to be an amazing parent, like they're still going to miss things. And there are things that children need or people need that they're just meant to learn in this lifetime through mothering themselves. And this is one of those instances where your subconscious mind is being kind of reprogrammed so that you can take care of your inner child better. And so you are able to become this like divine feminine energy like you've always desired, you know? I feel like some of you guys for some reason are like the person who like, I don't know why this is coming up, but it's like who had crushes and they didn't like them back, or like you kept it really quiet because you were afraid of rejection. I'm also hearing somebody who like felt like they were almost like the almost person, you know, like I'm almost there, I'm almost to the destination, or I almost got the job, or I almost, you know, like it's like that almost energy. So it's like this relearning of like how to, again, nurture yourself during those hard times when things aren't going so well, but also to know and have confidence. And like this is like healing a lot of you guys mother lines, you know, this is healing a lot of you guys as mother lines here, because if you notice the child is also female, so that makes me think of divine feminine here as well. And everyone has divine feminine, guys, not just male or female or, you know, whatever. Like it's not gender specific, it's literally just the divine feminine energy within all of us. And that's what teaches us to have truthfully the confidence that we need from the inner, not the outer and the external. And there's nothing wrong with having divine masculine energy, which we had in the beginning. Remember I told you that fight or flight. Where is it? That tuxedo mask card. I know it's in here somewhere. Yes. With this divine masculine, right? But we're learning to balance them. We're learning that the full transformation was actually to get us to balance them and know both sides of like how to be this and take action and like, you know, do what we got to do to survive, but also to learn how to nurture and like heal our inner child when we need to, right? Very high priestess energy. Like that's very powerful. Okay, last card, source. All right. Wow, guys. Wow. And I could get charms for you guys. They're right over there. I'll get them. I'll get some charms for you guys. Wow, and the Wheel of Fortune's on the bottom. I didn't even realize that. Look, the Wheel of Fortune's on the bottom of the deck. Look at those zodiac signs. That's so cool. So this is a karmic cycle ending. This tries to like peek out too. It's a clover, just talking about happiness and joy. But like a karmic cycle is ending, right? This karmic cycle is ending. It literally says it's out of your hands. Like, this is destiny, okay? Even me seeing this on the bottom of the deck, it says synchronicity. Like, that in itself is a synchronicity. But here, let's see what our last two cards are. The End, Mutable, and White Wolf. Wow. So this is the end also, I feel, of you having to do everything alone. For some of you guys, you have been so solo for so long. That's natural when you're in this survival energy. Is like, a lot of times that, like, the universe or circumstances, I wouldn't say the universe because it's never that, but it's the circumstances in your 3D reality have forced you into thinking that you cannot be supported, or that, you know, no one's looking after you. But this is the end of that season. This is the end of the lone wolf season, and it's coming to a state of like you being able to trust and be understood better, and also to connect with people who are like you and who get you. And so you don't have to I feel like there's a lot of like over explaining that has to happen for some of you guys. So that's ending as well. Like, you don't have to over explain yourself. And Source is saying, just have confidence and trust your inner, it literally says confidence, trust your inner knowing, like believe in your power. That's what you're, you know, that's the part of the lone wolf that is, or the white wolf even. This is the white wolf, but I'm thinking lone wolf for some reason for this. But that's the part of the wolf, this, if some of you guys I'm hearing have white wolves in your dreams, or have had at some point in your life a very significant dream where you remember white wolves like coming to you. Some of you guys could also be dancers. This is the dancer here. But this is the end of that cycle of having to be in survival mode, of having to do everything by yourself. Like, you're getting the support, you're getting the team, you're getting the co-workers, like whatever it is that you need, the family, the found family, it's all coming in so that you can work even further toward this purpose of yours. And again, this was a karmic cycle, so it had to come through in certain ways because your soul had to learn. It came here for this specific mission. And Source is like, this is the result, is knowing your worth, knowing that, you know, when a cycle, even being aware that a cycle is ending is huge, you know, like that's gigantic. But it taught you, like the words on the bottom, resilience and stamina. Like, that's what it taught you, is resilience and stamina. So no one can knock you off your pedestal now. No one can get you. Okay, soul family, I love you so much. I love you with my whole heart. That's all I have for you guys today. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.